Everyone talks about making money online, but what's actually the laziest way to do it? Today, I break down 5 online income methods and expose which one is worth your time and which ones you should avoid. Let's get into it.
I'm going to use my knowledge to finally answer this question. As you can see, I've got this grid out in front of me. We're going to use it to figure out which online money-making method is truly the laziest by judging each one in 5 categories. First up, learning curve. This is how long it takes before you're earning decent money. Ideally, we want this to be as short as possible to keep things truly lazy. Next up is fulfillment. This is all about delivering whatever it is you're selling, and we want this to be as simple as possible. Then there's scalability.
Here's what the creator didn't mention.
This measures how easy you can grow and make more money without piling on extra work. After that, we have startup capital, or how much money you'll need to invest upfront to get going. And finally, we're looking at risk level. Higher risk usually means more stress, which even if it's easy money can drain you over time. Today, I'm only going to be covering money-making methods that can realistically bring you in over $100 a day. So no online surveys or transcription sites, they pay next to nothing and just end up wasting your time anyway. Method 1, freelancing. This is all about using your skills to earn money online by working directly with clients. There are tons of skills you can choose from, including video editing, social media management, graphic design, copywriting, and website development. This is great.
Let me break this down simply.
Because you get to choose your projects and work schedule, which gives you a lot of flexibility. So it's perfect for those wanting control over when and where they work. In my opinion, the best one to focus on is video editing, as due to the rise of digital content, there's a real shortage of great editors at the moment. But the real question is, how lazy is freelancing? Well, let's have a look. For learning curve, I'm going to say 6 months. To start making good money, you'll probably need at least this amount of time to learn and build a portfolio. The most popular skills like video editing, design, and copywriting have tons of tutorials on YouTube, which can help you level up very quickly. For fulfillment, I'm going to say this is pretty hard. Dealing with clients one-on-one can be a bit tricky. I remember when my son was freelancing as a video editor. Every week he'd be venting about a client who kept requesting changes that he felt made the video worse. It was so frustrating for him because they just didn't get it, but he had to keep his cool, play nice, and make those changes anyway. It's tough to do, especially when you're passionate about a project and feel like someone is dragging it down. Now for scalability, I'm going to say this one is pretty limited. In freelancing, your income is tied directly to your time. This means there's a cap on your earnings unless you either charge higher rates or hire other people to do the work for you. The only way to scale is to build a good client base, as this will lead to steady work. You can do this on freelance sites like Upwork and Fiverr. Fiverr is ideal for beginners, as you can list services without needing to bid on jobs. Upwork might be a bit more competitive, but it often has higher paying projects. Startup capital, though, is pretty good. It's practically zero. If you already have a computer and internet access, you're nearly set. Some tools like the Adobe Creative Suite for design or video editing can be a great investment, but there are free or low-cost alternatives like Canva that you get started with. Your biggest investment here is your time. Finally, for risk, this is pretty low, mainly because there is very little upfront cost and you're directly paid for each project. The only real risk is potentially inconsistent income, so you might have to put in some effort initially to build up a steady stream of clients. So overall, this is definitely not the laziest method. However, freelance
This part is extremely important. Don't skip it.
can be a great way to start making money online, especially if you're willing to put in the time, build up your skills and a client list. Method 2, Airbnb Arbitrage. This is a money-making method where you rent out a property on a long-term lease and then rent it out short-term on platforms like Airbnb. Essentially, you're acting as the middleman, taking advantage of the price difference between your long-term lease and the short-term rental rates. This can be a great way to generate passive income without having to own the property yourself. You'll need to get permission from the owner, but you'd be surprised how many landlords are okay with this. They either don't know how to operate an Airbnb or don't have the time to do it themselves. So how lazy is it? This one has a 1 to 3-month learning curve. Getting the hang of Airbnb Arbitrage doesn't take too long. You need to spend a bit of time learning about the platform.
Most beginners fail here. Not because it's hard, but because they quit too fast.
Understanding local rental laws, and getting familiar with property management. The bulk of this preparation time will be spent finding good properties. Look for places near tourist attractions, universities, or business districts. Websites like AirDNA can give you insights into rental prices and occupancy rates. You'll also need to reach out to landlords and let them know you plan to sublet the property on Airbnb. Make sure you get their permission in writing, as you don't want them to find out later and cancel your lease after you've put in all that hard work getting it up and running on Airbnb. Fulfillment is medium difficulty. While it can be a relatively hands-off way of making money, you still have to deal with some customer issues from time to time. Guests might have questions or concerns, and you'll need to manage check-ins and cleaning. It's not as easy as just putting up a listing and forgetting about it, but it can be manageable with a good system in place. That's why it's a good idea to use management software like Guesty or Host.
This method sounds good, but here's the reality.
To streamline your bookings, communication, and check-ins. This will save you time and help keep your guests happy. Now, here's where it gets really exciting, because scalability is very high. One of the best parts about Airbnb Arbitrage is that it's highly scalable. You can keep adding more properties to your portfolio, and there's really no limit to how many you can manage. You just have to make sure you have the time and resources to keep everything running smoothly. Here's the bad news though. This is going to require 5K to 15K of startup capital. This is where it gets a bit tricky. You'll need a decent amount of upfront cash to secure a lease, cover any initial furnishing costs, and possibly pay for cleaning services. Finally, risk level is pretty high. The main downside to this method is the upfront cash you need to invest. However, if you take advantage of the management tools I mentioned, it can be relatively hands-off. Saying that, I reckon we can find an even lazier option. Method 3, an eBay shop. This is a great way to make money by selling products online. You can sell anything from vintage clothing and electronics to handmade items, or even get rid of stuff you don't need. With millions of users, eBay offers a massive marketplace where you can reach potential buyers without needing to set up an actual shop in the street. But the question is, how lazy is it? Well, we're going to find out. The learning curve for this is around about 2 weeks. Getting started with
This method sounds good, but here's the reality.
eBay is pretty straightforward. Before diving in, think about what kind of products you want to sell. Are you into vintage clothing, collectibles, electronics, or something else? You can then use eBay's search function to see what's popular and in demand in your chosen niche. Then you just need to create your eBay seller account and source your products. As I mentioned before, you can start with things in your house that you don't want anymore, or you could order items you've seen selling on eBay from DHgate. This process shouldn't take more than a couple of weeks. For fulfillment, I'm going to say this is a medium difficulty. You'll have to send your products out yourself, and you might run into some customer issues from time to time, like returns or inquiries about products. I've been running my eBay shops for years now, and in my experience, it's always better to send a replacement or issue a refund, even if you suspect the customer is trying to scam you. It's simply better to keep your eBay account in good standing. These kinds of situations used to stress me out something rotten. However, now I've learned it's just the cost of selling items online, and there's no getting away from it. The scalability of this one is very
If you're a complete beginner, listen carefully.
high. You can continually add new products, and there's really no limit to how many items you can sell. As you start to make more money, you might even want to consider branching out onto other platforms like Etsy and Amazon. Alternatively, you could start various eBay shops in different niches. I'd say you need at least $500 of startup capital. To get your shop off the ground, you'll need to use this initial money for stock. Depending on what you want to sell, $500 can be a reasonable starting point. You can find good deals at thrift stores, garage sales, or even wholesale suppliers like DHgate, who I mentioned earlier. I'd say this is Medium risk. This risk comes from the fact that you're putting money into stock that might not sell right away. However, if you're smart about your choices and stay on top of trends, you can really reduce that risk. I'd say the eBay shop method is winning so far, as it's a pretty lazy money-making method. However, it's lacking in a few of the categories, so let's keep going. Method 4, affiliate marketing. This is a great way to earn money by promoting other people's products or services. You get paid a commission for every sale made through your referral link. It's a win-win. You help someone sell their products while earning a little something for yourself. No need to handle products or do
This is where things start to get interesting.
any customer service. So let's see how this stacks up against the other methods. The learning curve for this one is super short. I'd say 1 to 2 days. All you really need to do is to sign up to different affiliate programs. You can use sites like Amazon Associates, ClickBank, and my favorite, Impact. I'd recommend going onto these sites and seeing what companies are offering the best commissions. Then you can start thinking about how you can get people to start using your links. For fulfillment, I'm going to say this is very easy. Once you've shared your affiliate links, your job is pretty much done. You won't be responsible for fulfilling orders or dealing with customer complaints, which makes this one a pretty stress-free way to earn some extra cash. The scalability of this one is very high. You can promote as many products as you want and keep racking up those sales passively. In the past, the go-to strategy for scaling was paid ads on Facebook. These days though, you're much better off focusing on organic short-form content.
Now imagine applying this strategy for 6 months straight.
The amount of free reach you can get is incredible. Just look at the way Andrew Tate skyrocketed in popularity. Tons of people were clipping his videos and posting them on TikTok, Instagram, and YouTube Shorts, all while including their affiliate links to his online course. Some of these kids were making thousands of dollars a month doing this. I'm not promoting his course, but it's worth noting that affiliate marketing has been around for ages and is still going strong. So you can use similar tactics to earn some decent money yourself. In terms of startup capital, I'd say you'll need at least $250. You can definitely start for less, but that's assuming you don't want to create the content yourself. With $250, you can get some solid short-form content edited to promote your affiliate products. Starting with organic content is a smart move. You can always dive into paid ads later. It sets a strong foundation without breaking the bank. The risk with affiliate marketing is very low. This is because you're not holding any inventory and have minimal upfront costs. You won't have to worry about unsold stock or customer service, which makes affiliate marketing a low pressure
This is the exact mistake 90% of people make.
way to earn money. Saying this, I think the last method we're about to discuss is even lazier. Method 5, AI Shopify store. Setting up an AI-built Shopify store is a great shortcut for anyone looking to start e-commerce without the typical learning curve. With this approach, you can set up a store, have winning products selected for you, and automate inventory and fulfillment, all thanks to the power of AI. The learning curve is practically zero. This is as beginner-friendly as it gets. Head over to buildyourstore.ai, I'll leave a link in the description, and click Start Your Free Store. The tool guides you through each step, beginning with a prompt for basic details like your name and email. You'll then be asked to choose a niche, with popular options like fashion, electronics, and pets available. Selecting a niche that aligns with your interests can make the store easier to promote in the long run. The AI even helps you with store aesthetics, giving you the options for banners, layouts, and color schemes to make your shop look professional and appealing. Once you're ready, connect to Shopify by following the prompts. If you use the link in the description, you can access a 3-day free trial, and after that, 3 months at only $1 each. This makes the process incredibly affordable to test out.
This one point alone can change the whole game.
And since the platform walks you through each step, you won't need any technical knowledge to get started. Now for fulfillment. Very easy. This is assuming you register for AutoDS. Don't worry, the Build Your Store website will prompt you to use this. It takes care of everything from adding trending products to your store to updating important details like prices and images. And when a sale comes through, AutoDS ships the item straight to your customer. It's especially useful if you're looking to make passive income, as it removes the need to keep track of inventory or personally shipped products. As I was planning on talking about AutoDS anyway, I reached out to see if they'd be interested in sponsoring this portion of the video, and they agreed. So if you go through this process and use Build Your Store AI with the link in the description, you'll also get the trial on AutoDS for 99 cents, so you can experiment with the app before deciding to invest long term. While you'll need to enter a payment method to activate the trial, they'll only be taking 99 cents, so this gives you some time to test it out pretty much risk-free.
Most beginners fail here. Not because it's hard, but because they quit too fast.
Now for scalability. This one is unlimited. Much like with an eBay store, an AI-built Shopify store is practically unlimited in its potential to scale. You can use AutoDS to continually add new winning products to keep your store fresh and updated. And since they handle shipping, you can grow the store without worrying about logistics. Startup capital, just $1. 99 cents. So this is $1 to activate your Shopify account and 99 cents for AutoDS's trial. The AI tool that builds your store is
Let me break this down simply.
completely free. Now, risk level, almost none. With such a minimal upfront investment, the risk level here is as low as it gets. Even if you decide this method isn't for you, the low cost to try it out makes it a no-brainer. So if you're looking for a low effort, highly scalable way to make money online, an AI-built Shopify store might be your best bet. It's passive income that you can manage from anywhere without the need to be an influencer, invest heavily, or manage shipping yourself. If you want to know what to do with your money every time you get paid, then I'm going to leave that video right up there, but don't click on it just yet. Make sure to subscribe if you want to grow your wealth. Okay, I'll see you over there.
The tools exist, the science exists, and the small steps you take every day matter more than you think. If you want part 2 where I go deeper into the mental health science and the future of therapy, tell me in the comments. Make sure to like, subscribe, and share this video with someone who needs it. See you in the next one. So after reviewing the 5 methods, here's my final ranking from least to most lazy. 5. Freelancing. Great income but time-consuming. 4. Airbnb Arbitrage. Profitable but heavy startup cost. 3. eBay Shop. Easy, but requires shipping. 2. Affiliate marketing. Low effort, high upside. 1. AI Shopify store. The king of lazy money. Now tell me in the comments, which method are you going to try first?